don't put your eggs in one basket. Don't just depend on the income from one business. Today, the world has changed. Today, the life cycle of a business has reduced. That era is gone where you can make the same money from the same business for 20, 30 years. Today, with competition increasing, technology disrupting industries and technology disrupting businesses, customers' information and options increasing, the longevity of how much money you can make and for how long you can make that money from a particular business has reduced. And that's why building multiple businesses which act as multiple streams of income for you is becoming a necessity with every passing day. And in this video, I want to break down for you the steps that you need to follow to build multiple businesses and manage multiple businesses so that you have multiple streams of income. My name is Rajiv Talreja, and as an entrepreneur, I myself am a big believer and follower of this philosophy of multiple businesses. Today I have 3 companies. My first venture, Quantum Leap Learning Solutions Private Limited, is a coaching and consulting business where we work with thousands of entrepreneurs across 6 different countries to help them build scalable, profitable businesses. My second company, Dreamcraft Events and Entertainment, is a corporate event management company where we do conferences, dealer distributor meets, product launch events, annual day events for large corporate organizations. And my third venture, Dreamcatcher Investments, is in the business of investing in startups that have the potential to scale. And today, collectively, across these 3 businesses, we give direct employment to 2,100 people. So I am somebody who believes in this philosophy of building multiple businesses and managing multiple businesses. And through this video, I want to break down for you the journey and the steps of how you can do the same. Now, the first rule, or probably what I can say is the only primary principle or rule that you need to follow if you want to build multiple businesses, is to focus on one. What do I mean by focus on one? I see a lot of entrepreneurs who start multiple businesses when their first business is struggling and they're not even able to make enough money to survive or pay themselves from that business. Now consider this. If you have a struggling business which is unstable and you start another business thinking, this is not making me money, let me start something else that can make me money. You already have an unstable business and you're starting a new business which is bound to be unstable in the initial stages. So now you have your legs in 2 boats which are unstable. Now, if you have your legs in 2 boats which are unstable, you're bound to make sure that you destabilize both those boats a lot more and you end up sinking and drowning in that water. So the rule is this: first build one, stabilize one before you start the second one. This is a common mistake that people make. They don't follow this rule. I meet a lot of business owners who come and give me a business card, and below their name on the business card, they have a list of things that they do. The business card reads life coach, financial advisor, property consultant, vastu consultant, Reiki healer, numerologist, and insurance agent. Now, when this person gives me that business card and they say, I'm a serial entrepreneur, I know one thing for sure. This person's not a serial entrepreneur. This person is serially broke, and they are desperate for making their ends meet, and therefore they are doing so many things. This is a trap. It may sound cool on a business card. It may sound amazing on your LinkedIn profile. It may sound amazing on your social media bios, but in reality, the life of such a person is a mess because they are going nowhere. They are not having any growth. They're not having any stability as well. So the rule is to focus on one. Build one, stabilize one before you start the second one. Now, if you feel this first one is not a viable business, then before you start the second one, shut this down because you need to focus on one. That's the key principle. And while you focus on one, there are 7 steps that you need to follow to manage that one business, stabilize it before you start the second business. And here are those 7 steps. The first step is to get the model right. In fact, these 7 steps, I want to give it to you as 7 M's. So the first M is your model. What do I mean by a model? The model of a business is an integration of 3 elements. Knowing who the right customer is, who has the money and need, knowing what the right product or service is for which people are willing to spend their money, and knowing what the right price point is. So get the model right. the right customer, the right product or service at the right price point. That's when you get your business model right and you have a workable, viable, practical business model. So that's the first step to get right. The second step is to know whether your vision is for the masses or for mastery. Now, what do I mean by masses or mastery? As a business owner, each business may have a different trajectory of growth, may have a different vision, may have a different end goal. Now, the goal could either be where you build something which is for the masses, where you're doing business, where you're offering a product or service in large volumes. So that is a masses vision. Or the vision could be a mastery vision, where you say you are an expert in that industry, you are an expert in that domain, and you're building an innovative product, you're building a premium service, and you're offering an innovative product or a high value premium service. So you need to be clear about the nature of the business that you want to build. Is it a masses business or is it a mastery business? Because that determines a lot of factors for taking the direction for growth for your business. So the first M is get the model right. The second M is get the vision right from the point of view of masses or mastery. Which brings me to the third M. The third M for you to stabilize your business before you start another business is your marketing. Consider this. Once you have the model right, once you know who's the right customer, what's the right product or service they are willing to spend the money on, and what's the right price point at which they will be willing to buy, and once you know what's my vision, am I building this as a masses model or am I building this as a mastery model where I'm going to charge a premium for my products or services, then you need to create the right marketing strategy to reach out to the market. When it comes to marketing, you need to understand what's the job of marketing. The job of marketing is to grab your prospective customers' attention, establish credibility in their mind about you and your product or service, and create that curiosity for them to inquire about your product or service. Now, for you to grab that attention, establish that credibility, and create that curiosity, you need to be proactive in taking action, in implementing certain strategies that will do this for you. You can't wait for word of mouth referrals. You need to do either content marketing, or you need to do some kind of an education based marketing, or you need to do some kind of fun contests and entertainment based marketing based on who the customer is and what the industry you are operating in. So you get the model right, you get the vision in terms of mastery or masses right, and then you need to start marketing consistently. And as you're marketing your business consistently and you start generating clients, the fourth M that you need to focus on to stabilize your business is you need to put the right management systems in place. In every department, you need a system to track goals, you need a system to set goals, you need a system to achieve goals. So you need to have the right management system and you need to have the right team to get the work done. Now, this is where a lot of business owners make a mistake. They do everything by themselves. They don't have a system, they become the system. And when you become the system, you cannot do everything consistently. So build the right team based on the requirements in your business in different departments and have a system to set goals, track goals, and achieve goals in every department of your business. That's when you are playing the role of a management person, or you are building a management system for your business. Now think about it. You know what your model is. Who's the right customer? What's the right product or service? What's the right price point? You know your strategy. Is it a master strategy or a mastery strategy? You are starting to market yourself consistently. And as you're marketing and getting business, you have the right management systems to set, track, and achieve goals in every department. Now, when you have these 4 M's running for you, that's when you create the 5th M, which is margins. That's when you make healthy profit margins. Whether you are masses, you may make low profits on each unit, but because you are masses, because your volumes are high, the collective margins, the collective profit is pretty high. Or whether you are mastery, where you're offering a premium product or service, because you're marketing it consistently, because you're managing and delivering value to your clients and having strong internal management processes, your margins will be high per unit of sale. So when you reach the stage of the 5th M, where you're making healthy profit margins, either because of high volumes or because of high value, that's when you have stabilized this business. That's when this business is working well for you. It is giving you returns. Now you've got the model, you've got the masters or mastery strategy, you've got the marketing in place, you have the management system to set, track and achieve goals, and you are making the margins. You've hit a stage of stability here. These are your first 5 M's. Now when you hit the stage of stability here, then you move to the 6th M. The 6th M is momentum. What do I mean by momentum? With the mix of the first 5 M's, the model, the mastery, masters strategy, the marketing, the management and the margins, with the consistency of those 5 M's, when you start doing those 5 M's consistently, you hit a certain rhythm. You hit a certain level of consistency. You hit a certain level of momentum. And that momentum grows the business. You become more known in the market. You become more popular in the market. You have a bigger, better track record in the market. You have customer success stories. You have customers who are your patrons who are willing to endorse you. And that momentum combined with the first 5 M's adds more momentum and helps you capture a larger market share in that particular industry or business. Now, once you have that seamless momentum in getting the business and servicing the business, and you're no longer involved because you have the management systems in place, you have that sense of stability about this business, that's when you move to the 7th M, which is move to the next business. So I want you to understand this. Till you don't stabilize a business and put it in the law of momentum where things are happening by themselves and results are produced consistently, don't even dare thinking about the next business, because then you are just going to the next business out of desperation, because the first business is firefighting, the first business is in chaos, the first business has survival challenges, and out of the desperation to survive, you're starting another one. No matter what you do, when you do it with desperation, you will not get the results. Set it up in momentum and then follow the 7th step, which is moving to the next business. This is how you manage your business, bring it to stability and start building multiple businesses. And when you move to the next business, which is step number 7, in the next business, start from step number 1 again. Start with the business model of the second business. Start with knowing the strategy. Is it masters or mastery? Start with marketing. Start with management. Start with making sure that you have the margins and set up the momentum there before you go to the third business. So these are the 7 steps that keep running repeatedly for you to build multiple businesses, for you to manage multiple businesses, and for you to create multiple streams of income as an entrepreneur. I hope these 7 steps give you clarity and direction, and you're excited to stabilize the first one before you start the second one. Now, while I have shared these 7 steps with you, if you feel that there's a gap in your knowledge and you're not able to figure out what is the right business model, you're not able to figure out how to set up the management system, you're not able to figure out what do you need to do in marketing so that you generate leads, then here is an invitation for you. I want you to click on the link below and register yourself for my upcoming 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar. In the Business Breakthrough Seminar, I go into the details of marketing and management so you understand what is your role as a business owner under management and what do you need to do in marketing so you increase your reach, you establish credibility and you start generating leads. So register yourself for the 4-hour live training called Business Breakthrough Seminar. Continue the learning journey, because at the end of the day, without stabilizing the existing business, thinking about the second one is purely an act of desperation and ignorance. So click on the link below and I look forward to seeing you at the 4-hour Business Breakthrough Seminar.